Okay, Banu Defender Part 2. We've made it. I can tell you that trip took about roughly 6 minutes. So it took less time. It took less time to get to this planet than it does for you to drive to the grocery store near your house. Or even walk to the grocery store. So I'd say this passes the quantum drive test. Not only does it have great mileage, but it's got pretty good speed. It's not the fastest, but usually you have to choose between the two. Come on, game, don't crash on me. Alright, so the server had to catch up with what I was doing. No more spooling, we've done enough of that. But yeah, we have arrived, we've made it. So this is quite literally City in the Clouds. It is the most beautiful city, not only in the game, but in any game I've ever played. And that's why I want to do a tour of it. If you're a fan of Star Citizen, you probably already know about the city. You've probably already seen it before. For those of you who have not seen it, here you are, seeing it for the first time now. So, if you're a Star Wars fan, you already know about Cloud City. And this is basically CIG's take on the city in the clouds. Great soundtrack, great sights. Just truly spectacular. Let's go ahead and get down there. This planet has a very thick atmosphere, so you do want like a faster ship to get, in and out. Almost lost consciousness. So yeah, it's difficult to tell, like, of course we came in from the top, but like, everything is in, the clouds, so everything's kind of floating around. And you just have to make sense of the topography the best you can. Be able to eyeball where you are. And that's just my human brain not knowing how to deal with cloud cities. Almost at 50% quantum fuel. It might be enough to make it back home. Depends on how long we do this tour. Or if I have any intelligence at all, I'll just land the ship. Okay. As you can see, the cherry blossoms they have on this planet as well. And this is all Crusaders. This is a privately owned. Well, all of the planets are privately owned, but everything you see is privately owned. This isn't UEE anywhere in this. They're leasing the rights from the UEE. And, you know, I just didn't think that Crusader would just make something as beautiful. I always thought their ships were pretty unique. You know, I actually own a Mercury Star Runner, pledged for it. But this is just a whole nother level in scale. And prestige class platform. Yeah, it looks like they got some pretty big landing pads here. Of course, like with all landing in this game, you have to clear it with air traffic control. You can't just land wherever you like. So there's an interesting structure over there, but it looks identical to this one. So basically everything here is just held up by carefully timed pulses. And these pulses that are, you know, part of the actual propulsion system of the entire city keeps the city in perpetual, you know, orbit. Now this is a gas giant, so there isn't a core, like it isn't a surface per se. So it's very easy.
Thank you, and please visit again.
To get destroyed. Why am I still getting that? I didn't call air traffic control. But I'm probably definitely gonna have to do that to like leave this planet. I mean, I probably could leave here and go back home relatively easy on like you know, the fuel levels that I currently have, because most of the work is going to be done by the quantum drive. But I haven't actually done like an actual fly through of this. I've visited here on foot, but I haven't actually, you know, done a fly through. But I could just buy more fuel. Fuel's relatively cheap. Just so I can make it home. Since I can't kill myself and respawn anymore, I have to be smart about how I do it. But this planet truly has some majesty. And the city is the one that does, of course, all the heavy lifting. So let's get a closer look at this little structure here. See if we can get to it. There's a lot of little, you know, bits and pieces to this place. So this is the Providence platform. Yeah, I think they're gonna let me through. I hope. But sometimes when you run into a restricted area, you get like an autocorrect that happens, and it'll actually run you into a building, and you'll die. But yeah, so these are all the different cargo platforms. Get a change in music now. And you can actually land here. You can land on any part, from what I've seen from other content creators. Now, unfortunately, it's not easily connected, so you can't like turn this into a race track or anything like that. But you could make it a challenging, high speed, you know, flight course. But yeah, collision alerts are just going off. I don't have the confidence to like just blow through this thing Going at Mach 5. You know, if I had a joystick, maybe I'd try it, but I'm just a keyboard and mouse. Like, you guys have to bear with me, okay? And yeah, these are all cargo containers and the kind of stuff that you would see in a port city. It's just here in the clouds. And the city's a lot larger than you think. Like, once you get into the heart of it, you really feel the scale of it. You know, when you see it from up above, it's like, oh, it doesn't look that large, but when you get in it, you know, you start to feel it. You see it. You see the difference. And this place looks just absolutely gorgeous at night. I just happened to get here during the daytime, but during the night, it's a real treat. And some of you may be asking, okay, it's a gas giant, which means you can just keep going towards the planet's core and you won't hit anything. Yes, that's correct. You won't hit anything, but the planet will eventually crush you and you will die. A very quick and painful death. So, more docking stations here. But this one looks like it's still under construction. They haven't decked this one out yet. And this is how the fuel is transferred throughout the entire platform. It's just a super impressive planet. Like, Microtech is pretty impressive, but this is just a whole nother scale. Alright, let's get some gas. Oh crap, I'm nowhere near ATC. And the planet's so large. I guess I'll have to just keep pinging it. It's gotta be at least one of these many platforms. Close enough yet. Yeah, got it. Yeah, it's telling me to contact ACC, so we actually stumbled across the landing platform. This is literally it. So yeah, pay close attention, guys. You ever come to Orison on your own, and you get lost, and you're trying to figure out like what where to go. Just
Please
watch this
proceed
video.
to assigned landing bay.
And there it is. Alright, a little too fast. Yeah, we can slow down a bit, kind of take this in. So yeah, this is the landing platform. And it's kind of on the fringe, actually, of the city. But yeah, they got a transit system. They'll take you anywhere you need to go once you're on the planet. I mean, once you've landed and you're on the city. Go ahead, drop landing gear.
Landing gear down.
And we just creep. It's that insect-like look I really appreciate.
Engines off.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Power.
Systems off.
And then vehicle maintenance services. Repair. Refuel hydrogen. Let's do all the things.
Systems activated. Systems on. Systems off.
Okay, yeah, wrong button. Whew, okay. So we're good. We'll be able to make the voyage back. But I mean, I came all the way out here. May as well show you guys around. So this is the August Dunlow Spaceport. As you can see, you've got your fines and citation payment system there. As soon as you come in. I don't know if they'll bar you from landing though. As you can see, as soon as you step to the elevator, it's already more luxurious than Microtech. And, you know, like every other place, the elevator is pretty conveniently located. But you don't have to deal with that stupid glare. So that's the difference. You know, you don't have to deal with the
Your
stupid
next
glare.
stop after visiting Crusader? Consider the lunar siblings, Selen, Daymar, and Yellow. These beautifully preserved ruins offer adventure and stunning natural vistas just waiting to be discovered.
So yeah, as soon as you walk in, like, you just see the levels that CIG can go as far as creating just beautiful virtual spaces. There really isn't a place like this in any video game. And I keep saying that because it's true. Like, they really just outdid themselves with this. Because it looks like you're stepping onto a starship. And so yeah, the concierge. I haven't actually been to this clothing store. I'm curious about it. But yeah, you got your flight calendar. And then of course, food, because we have the food and drink system in the game, so you need to grab a bite to eat. There's whammers. They don't really offer anything that's different. And then this is the advertisement. and it is as loud as you think it is. A lot of noise pollution in this area.
From breathtaking views, incredible dining, to unmatched shopping, Crusader is available. Stay at the luxurious accommodations, tour empire-class shipyards, and bask in a sunset that is truly unforgettable. Whether you're just looking to spend the day lounge hopping with the storms, or relaxing by Green Circle's infinite spa, with shuttles arriving daily, what are you waiting for? Come, visit Orison, the city in the clouds.
Yeah, it just kind of went all out. I mean, you know, you see very heavy influence from Japanese culture, and it's just blended beautifully, perfectly. And another cafe. And again, like these restaurants are located in other hubs too, but you know, if you're gonna open up a location in Orison, it's got to be top tier.
Empire-class shipyards, and bask in a sunset that is truly unforgettable.
And this is, of course, the city that we just observed. You want to go to transit, that'll be to your left.
All Orson has to offer.
And then the Chairman's Club, which I don't think is in the game
Consider
yet.
its journey north.
And plushies. And more snacks. In case you didn't already get enough food, so. But you can just look at how the Crusader employees dress. They actually have a very, you know, 21st century style. You know, the suit vest, the blazers, the ties. Very different from the fashion that you see on Microtech or even Hurston. Hurston has a more futuristic look to it for its employees. But you know, I just like the this blend of old world and new that Orison does so well. And you know, I hope we get more of the Chairman's Club. I would love to see what it looks like. There's already like a super club, you know, on Area 18, but maybe this will come for players who've pledged a certain amount or done some special things for Crusader. I hope they offer it to Crusader ship owners because I have a Crusader ship. So, but yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, and they've added this.
To achieve the perfect level of atmospheric comfort, the vibrant city of Orison carefully maintains its precise orbital height above the gas giant Crusader through controlled firing of the Seraph-class thrusters situated below each platform. Precisely timed to prevent shearing and destabilization of the connected network of struts, each thruster is activated for a short burst, allowing Orison to stay firmly in place. Crusader locals often describe the gentle vibrations that accompany the periodic adjustments as Orison's free massage. Be sure to hold on and enjoy.
So this is a better look with just the dress. As you can see, it's something that you would see in an office today, you know. So I'm not going to do an in-depth review because if I were to just show you every little thing, this review could easily be 2 hours or longer.
Hi. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Certainly. Alright, so again, you can rent ships from this kiosk. Most main hubs have some kind of rental service. And you can do a daily rental, or you can rent for a week,
We've just received
or a
some
month.
exciting new products. Have a look.
From what players told me, the 7 days are the most economical. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to do
Hi.
that kind of thing.
Good
for
to
me.
have you back.
It's almost like they recognize me. I mean, I've been here. I've been here a few
Ground
times before.
crew needed at dispatch. Ground crew report to dispatch.
Just sitting on the bench and taking in the sights and sounds. But that's not even the coolest part, you know. So this is the security forces here. They carry a similar armament to the microtech guards. Personally, I think the microtech guards look a little more intimidating, but I wouldn't screw around with these guys either, you know. Because the microtech guards, they have to go out into the cold, so, you know, they wear like full armor. But, you know, these guys are pretty kitted up. And they're all packing that SMG that will drill you something fierce. Alright, so this part is identical to Indus, New Babbage International Spaceport. But does Endless have a, you know, cherry blossom tree? No, Endless does not. Doesn't have the accent either. And the elevators, again, are better. Just everything is better. Of course, you ask the question, oh, well, if you love Orson so much, 8-bit, why don't you live on it? Well, I did live on Orson.
A friendly
there
reminder
are-
to check for your personal belongings before and after all shuttle flights.
There
And
are
to
reasons
dispose of
why
any
I
trash
chose to
at appropriate
live on
receptacles.
Microtech.
Stress, no mess.
Because Microtech has all of the expos. You don't have to travel for them. And also, you know, the server lag was really bad when this city came out because everyone was here trying to see it. So that was another reason why I didn't do it. But yeah,
Last call
this
for
is just
passengers.
another one.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Which is in the game now. The ship is actually in the game. The Crusader C2 Hercules Starlifter.
The next
We'll
shuttle
probably
is approaching the station.
get our hands on it tomorrow. And this is my ship.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to
Crusader Mercury Star Runner. Medium freighter. Heavily inspired by a certain ship from Star Wars canon.
At Orson Skyway Shuttle Service, we aim to make getting there half the fun. Please enjoy your flight.
So yeah, you can pretty much, like every other major port, there's a train system, and they go clockwise. So, you know, whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise,
And after all shuttle flights.
you'll see
And to
everything.
dispose of any trash at appropriate
As you can see where that's flying, that's taking them way out in that direction. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get ready for the next tourism platform. Oh wait, there's one. We might miss it. Cloud View Center.
Last call for passengers.
Ah, we just missed this one. Maybe it'll stop up here. I don't know. No, it's gone. But they're all on intervals. So the trains are never late because everything's automatic, AI controlled. So the next train will be arriving in 22 seconds.
Enjoying the view? Our recently redesigned Crusader Industries shuttlecraft features expanded vista opportunities, but the next shuttle is approaching the station.
But yeah, it's so much better. It's so much better design. The tram system in New Babbage is pretty sophisticated, and it's
Last call
nice.
for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
But like you can see, the cockpit turns into a step. And
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will
unlike
be
the
departing.
New Babbage train, the seats actually face forward. And you get a nice read of the weather. Perfect weather, might I add, with some news stuff as well. And so we'll go ahead and just take the loop-to-loop. And I'll do an in-depth review in a future recording. But this was about, you know, the Banu a Defender, which I've already done the video review on, and just a little taste of Horus Crusader. Because it's one thing to see the city from your own ship, but to see it up close, to walk around with the platforms under your feet, it's really something. Really something great. And as you can see here, the screen isn't static, it changes and gives you new information. I have the zoom in locked, so I'm running this on a 1080p, but I imagine if we were to go full thing, it'd be easier to see from this seat. We got some server lag, has to be expected.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
So yeah, this is a really great platform right here. This is the Orison Hospital.
The shuttle is preparing.
So it's actually like the first hospital in the game. Because
please clear the hatch. Shuttle
right
will be
before
departing.
315 you got this hospital, but you couldn't really do anything in it. Now you can. And this looks like the HQ for Crusader. This is your residential tower, so when you spawn or respawn, this is where you'll be. Unless you're like injured, then you go to the hospital. But there's actually a penthouse, well not a penthouse, but a viewing station up there at the top of that building. And yeah, it's just, this place is done right. Like all the questions that you may have as a visitor, it's this place is already thought of. What are all the ways I can see Horus? It's like, okay, let me show you.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop.
Alright, so this is like the industrial area. As you can see, Providence Industrial Platform.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
There's definitely stuff for tourists out here, but you really don't
Please
need
clear
to.
the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
You don't need to come here unless you're an employee. This is like where the work gets done, including keeping the platform in the air. Sitting's just not the easiest thing in the world to do. Yep, 2 stops, and then you're back.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers.
So yeah,
The shuttle
it just
is
loops you
preparing to
around like
depart.
that. But let's do another ride. Let's do another ride.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Get back on that side. Because just half the route. Half the things that you can see. But it's efficient, it's efficient. If you miss your ride, you don't have to wait that long before another one comes, and you can just get on that and go. And so we're back. So yeah, there's 2 main areas, well 3 main areas that the player can explore.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please
This
prepare to
area
disembark.
you'll spend a lot of time in. That tower has a lot to see in it. It's actually,
Last call for passengers.
if you thought
The shuttle is
Aspire
preparing to
Grand
depart.
was luxurious, this place has Aspire Grand just completely
Please clear the
blown
hatch.
out of the water.
Shuttle will be departing.
And Aspire Grand is pretty high class. Like it's a place that you would expect to be a hub for corporate elites. But this place is a whole nother level. But it really leans heavy into its tourism industry, so that's another thing. Like Microtech is a place to work. It's not really a place to visit. There are things to see, of course, on Microtech, but it's really about the nightclubs, the nightlife, that kind of thing. Whereas Orison has more of the family-friendly kind of vibe to it. Or this is a place that you could bring your kids. You
Approaching
can bring
next
your
station. If this is
family
your
here.
stop, please prepare to disembark.
Are there places that you can turn up? I'm sure, but
Last
I
call for
haven't.
passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I haven't seen them. Like Orison's
Please clear the
pretty
hatch.
tame
Shuttle will be departing.
as far as vices are concerned. Like you really want to go nuts. Area 18 is where it's at. Where Hurston is more of a seedy, workers' planet.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers.
All right.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
So that's it for the Merchantman. That's it for the quick tour of Orison. Of course, we're going to do a deeper dive into Orison
The next shuttle is
in
approaching
a
the
future
station.
stream. But yeah, this place was truly, truly breathtaking. It left such a lasting impression on me, and I'm just really interested to see what CIG's going to do next. They're going to lean more heavily into the unexplored parts of space with the Pyro update. So they really have to fix like the jank and things like that to make exploration fun. No Man's Sky, there's like no jank really. The game plays really well, and exploration is a lot of fun. Just going from planet to planet, scanning things, building a base if you want, moving on to the next planet. Whereas this game, exploration is kind of a chore.
Another shuttle will be a long
You might trip on a rock and fly 50 feet or something like that. But the joy of flying is so much more improved in this game than it is in No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is more arcade-like, whereas this is more sim-like, and that's what really just drew me to this game. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead end the recording here, get this bad boy uploaded for your pleasure, and this was fun. You take care. Tomorrow is supposed to be Crusader Day, so hopefully we can take a look at those offerings and see where we go from there. But yeah, take it easy.